Okay, so the closing of my laptop just there was significant because I've just finished my first day as a paid writer. Okay. So I need to make this video now because I think that if I just put it off and try to make it a bigger video later, it's just gonna get put off, and it's important to talk about this now. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of get everything in my head out. Okay, so essentially what has happened is I have been hired as a freelance writer and I am being paid to do that. How this all came about, it's so crazy. Out of all of the things that I was expecting to sort of pop while I was here in Marquette, like the writing thing was not one of them. I'm not complaining. I'm struggling with this explanation here. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of explain really quickly just kind of how all of this came about. And I have to be just a little bit careful because I haven't properly like asked the group like if I can really talk about the details around this or exactly what this thing is. So I'm gonna refrain from mentioning any like keywords or names or anything like that. So I'll talk very generally. How about that? General works. So essentially what happened is this whole thing came about through networking, which is crazy because when I was in New York, networking was something that just never went anywhere. Like you would always try, like I tried so hard to network in New York, like every avenue of thing that I tried to do in New York, like networking was like a primary focus of mine and it never went anywhere, like almost never. There was a couple of things that kind of started but like never came to fruition. Okay, so essentially I'm getting ahead of myself. What happened, if you guys remember, over the summer I was making some videos, one of which was the Artist in Isolation video that I did. What happened is a group of people, or it started as one and then they kind of passed it around, they saw my video and based off of that thought he would be a good person to work with on a multitude of projects. So I'm having a really hard time wrapping my brain around this, and I'll make another video about this, you know, as things are a little bit more concrete and as I get to have a better as I have a better chance to like fully wrap my head around this and script out like a proper video talking about all of this. But I just wanted to make a quick little vlog type thing, just kind of announcing that, hey, I'm suddenly finding myself as a paid writer, which is just crazy. I can't believe it, crazy. The point that I'm trying to make here is that networking, I always thought was just kind of like a fake thing bubbling under the surface. Like it didn't really go anywhere because I had never experienced that firsthand. But I'm experiencing it here and it's just nuts, it's crazy. It's nuts. So when I came to Marquette, it was my goal and my ambition to put as much work into just everything that I could as I could, you know? And I've done that and I'm continuing to do that, but it's just like out of nowhere, it's just kind of taken off and suddenly I'm grabbing the interests of people, professionals in the area who are just like super stoked and interested in what I'm doing and what I'm working on, and they're excited to work with me on different projects. And it's just like, it's just crazy. I'm thinking about all of the work that I've put in career-wise, like all the videos that I was making like 2 years ago, you know, all of the stuff that I did in New York, like all of that, like what's happening right now is a culmination of all of that effort. And it's just, it's nuts for me to wrap my head around. I'm having a hard time. I'm excited about everything. And it's like, I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself because it literally just day one was just now. Like I just finished day one, but it was great. It was great. And I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. So I just wanted to make this quick video. Just saying, hey, I'm suddenly a paid writer, and that's not something I was expecting to happen, but it's happening, and to just talk about how cool that is. Like I said, I'll dive into this a little bit more later in like another video and talk about like the ins and outs of the networking, and I'll actually talk to these people and ask if it's okay if I can talk, you know, publicly about kind of what they're doing and what the kind of work that I'm going to be doing for them, you know. So like I'll make a better video about this later, but yeah. This is just really cool. This is really cool. I've been telling my wife, Casey, for years that I think that Marquette is at the precipice of of this great, amazing, fantastic art movement. I could feel it bubbling under the surface while I was going to school here, and then over the last 5 years while we were in New York, I was kind of at a distance seeing a lot of the progress that Marquette has been making, and all of these little tiny art bubbles that are just kind of growing and popping up, and I was right. I was 100% right. Marquette right now is at the peak, and they're about to tip over, and all of this art stuff is going to come flooding down, and it's just like I am in the right place at the right time right now. But I'm excited because, and maybe this is too much to talk about it in just one quick little like vlog video, but I think that the opportunities that arise from what I'm doing here now will give me a strong foothold in the stuff that I go on to do later. Like, this feels like the best resume boosting stuff that I could be doing right now. And it's all happening here in Marquette of all places. You know, like, I grew up like 2 hours south of here, and it's just crazy to me that the kind of opportunities that I'm kind of landing in are here. And it's like, I went out to the big city thinking that stuff like this was gonna happen out there, but I don't know, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much. I said this in my last video, but I exist to be like a reference point for you. While I am excited to talk about all of this stuff, I don't wanna forget that the whole point is to be open, because I think it's beneficial for other artists to be able to see this. So I'm really excited, and this is a huge hurrah for me. I have been paid some money for some different things, you know, like I did a couple of acting projects in New York, you know, I've made money off of that, but this is cranking up to be the most money that I've ever made as an artist independently. And I'm just like thrilled. I'm thrilled. I can see like the path forwards, you know, and it's all very exciting. Like, I had a very unconventional approach to art and to my field. I said starting out that I want to try little bits of everything kind of every day, and whatever I wake up and whatever I feel like working on, that's what I'm going to work on that day. And like most people just pick one lane and they just focus really hard on it, but I didn't. I picked a bunch of stuff. The amount of work that I've put in, I'm starting to see the results of that, and it's so mind-blowing. It's crazy. Yeah, so forgive me, this is a little bit of this is turning into a bit of a rant video, but I'm really excited, and there's some cool opportunities coming, and it's not just the writing stuff, there's some other stuff happening too, and I really have to start talking to people so I can get permission to talk about this stuff. Yeah, it's just thrilling. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about the stuff that's coming, and yeah, 2021, who knew? It's gonna be a good year, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So yeah, okay. So that's it for this quick little vlog rant video situation. But John Scheibe, paid writer, paid artist. That's better, paid artist. And it's just like, it's cool. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.